In 2024, we might be witnessing the most talented Olympic basketball roster of all time, as the Avengers have lived up to the hype. America has shot out the gates smoking hot with a clean sheet in the group stage, an overpowering display of their might. The fashion in which they bested Serbia to officially kick off the Olympics would make you forget the reigning MVP is playing for Serbia. And well, in that case, the world eater Nikola Jokic was present. It's just that Joker was the only man present on the Serbian front. That game can be boiled down to Jokic going 1v5 with a team of Best Buy workers. And as for Game 2, the United States would flip the script against South Sudan compared to the heart-thumping matchup a week prior in an exhibition. And the third game versus Puerto Rico was much the same. In these games, the headliners have been LeBron James and Kevin Durant, as both men continue to produce at a premier rate while in their twilight years. Although initially this was not the expected outcome, a majority saw the 2024 Olympics as a turning point of generations, an instance in time where the torch is passed down from legends of yesterday to legends of tomorrow. The title of Best American Basketball Player was supposed to be handed to one of these young guys, and Anthony Edwards definitely got the memo, as he has not disappointed so far. He's played assertive and unchanging despite sharing the space with so many superstars. His incredible talent was very clear versus Puerto Rico, finishing with a team-leading 26 points, going nearly perfect from the field. But it's clear the Georgia guard has receded control to the older guys and is playing a role suited to assisting them. He said so himself. He's playing defense, rebounding, finding open guys, doing the little things, and he's done that superbly. Now Jayson Tatum, on the other hand, has been subpar, to put it kindly. Granted, his skills have not been required as the US has blown everyone out, but subpar has become the norm regarding Tatum even beyond the Olympics. Tatum's usual dominance was dormant the entirety of the Boston Celtics championship run. When he was on the court, he almost appeared complacent, satisfied taking ill-advised shots because his team would predominantly secure the lead. On the court, there are no obstructions that would impel him to improve his play. The only consistent thing Tatum did this postseason, game to game, was snag rebounds. And Boardman does get paid, but JT isn't sitting on 300 M's because he gets it off the glass. There's a level of production that's expected of him on a night-to-night basis for that price tag, and we've yet to see that version of Jayson Tatum when he's needed the most. We've witnessed him be that player in certain instances, but never in the biggest moments. He's a magician in the clutch, and in his climax, he demonstrates the disappearing act. Before this finals run, Tatum's playoff portfolio of 6 years was clinging on to 5 conference finals trips and a 50-point showing in Game 7 versus the Philadelphia 76ers. In the second round of the 2023 playoffs, the Philadelphia 76ers led 3-2 heading home. They held all the momentum with tremendous performances from Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey in Game 5. Jayson Tatum scored 36 points in Game 5, although it wasn't a pretty 36 as the Boston forward shot 11 of 27 from the field. But this loss can't be attributed to him since Al Horford decided to miss 7 goddamn three-pointers and Tyrese Maxey cooked every defender wearing a green jersey that night. And the Sixers felt very confident. They were returning home, 1 win away from a trip to the Eastern Conference Finals, and 3 quarters in, it appeared that they had crushed the hearts of the Celtics. Jayson Tatum, the face of the Boston Celtics, had not made a field goal the entire first half. He entered the fourth quarter in a do-or-die situation with 3 points logged. This man looked down the barrel and he stood frozen. This was it. The tragedy to bury a career, the worst performance by a superstar in a big game ever. Not one of the worst, the worst. This was following the season in which he went to the NBA Finals and lost. Oh, he was finished. But around the 4-minute mark in the fourth quarter, down by 2 in the game, Jayson Tatum swished his first 3-pointer of the night while Embiid was draped all over him. The following offensive possession, he released a step-back 3 with plenty of daylight. His face exuded clarity after the shot, displaying a moment of calmness coming over him as he'd surrendered his angst and eased his mind. The shot going in felt like a reconfirmation of the fact that he was still Jayson Tatum. He'd hit 2 threes in a row, and his team was now up by 4. With less than 2 minutes to go, Tatum returned with another 3-pointer to suck all life out of the arena. And with 38 ticks on the clock, he pulled out his signature windup and hit his 4th 3-pointer of the quarter. The man rerouted his own destiny in real time. The entire NBA world was in awe, and by Game 7, the Celtics held all the momentum, and Tatum came out with a vengeance, going full scorched earth, scoring 51 points, which set the record for most points in a Game 7. Jayson Tatum saved his legacy when his back was to the wall, and to this day this performance stands as a reminder of the eradicator he can transform into at any given point. But the issue is he fails to reach this level time and time again. 5 conference finals in 7 years is a tremendous feat that deserves applause, but also going 2 of 3 in those 5 trips in a conference lacking real threat besides the Milwaukee Bucks does deserve criticism. I mean, they lost to the goddamn Miami Heat twice, who went on to get curb stomped in both finals. And we must discuss the times the Celtics actually made it out of the Eastern Conference. Tatum has reached the summit twice so far, and his play in both appearances has not been historically triumphant as Celtics heroes of decades past. In your career, shooting under 40% in 3 playoff series, and 2 of them being the NBA Finals of all things, is the worst kind of accomplishment. But that's his legacy so far. 2 statistically atrocious appearances in the grandest stage of basketball isn't acceptable for someone of his stature. When the media and countless others hail you as the future face of the NBA, you can't go up in your first trip, one in which you were the heavy favorite, and then lose, then in your next trip drop the finals MVP to your supposed Robin. In the 11 games he's played in the NBA Finals, Tatum has averaged 22 points, 7 rebounds, and 7 assists on 38% from the field and 36% from 3-pointer. Nothing stellar to praise. But he isn't a complete failure. Oh no, the Celtics are still much better when he's on the court than when he's not. That is a difficult point to back up. I mean, the C's had a record of 7-1 in the games he was absent this season. As it pertains to Jayson Tatum, practically everything shows a clearer picture with a deeper analysis. He is the champion of the eye test. Of those 8 games he didn't suit up for, only 2 were against playoff teams, 1 win versus the Sacramento Kings, and their only loss came against the Indiana Pacers. The rest of the games were against lottery teams. I mean, 2 of those wins were against Detroit, come on now. And let's not be mistaken, the Boston Celtics would still be a playoff team even if Jayson Tatum didn't play in all 82 games. But 2 things can be true. The Celtics are a phenomenal basketball team, and they become near unbeatable when you add number 0. Looking at the 2024 NBA Finals, it's hard to believe he contributed in any way to his team's success, but JT did lead both teams in assists per game. His job was to draw defenders in and then spread the ball to his open teammates, and he did that impressively in the series. Tatum's initiation of the offense is what allowed the Celtics to dominate. They capitalized on the attraction he garnered. Him simply being out there ensured guys like Drew Holiday and Kristaps Porzingis could play one-on-one as the Mavericks were unable to help. And there's a reason Jayson Tatum will continue to be doubled and receive extra attention. It's because he's a fireball. All it takes is one spark and the frenzy commences. He's the type of scorer that gets buckets in bunches. The second one goes in, you can expect 3 more to follow. And regardless of his percentage, Tatum will continue to downpour as if it was his first shot of the game. His resolve is unwavering. Despite his inconsistencies, JT is consistent regarding his shot selection, because he'll continue shooting his sidestep 3s and his turnaround middies, whether he makes 8 out of 10 or misses them. That's why you must judge Jayson Tatum beyond the numbers. But legends aren't only created through word of mouth. At some point, let the numbers do the talking, not the viewers, because numbers never lie. Thanks for watching.